Yo, yo, yo. What up, boxing world? You know who it is. It's your boy T-Dub, what's blazing the sports. I'm back at it one more time, giving you guys the lunchtime edition. The real boxing talk, right here, right now. We are live. Today's main topic. And people, opinions do differ. But the main topic of today, who has more to prove? Andy Ruiz or Anthony Joshua? Woo-wee! Guys, who has more to prove? Come in, sit down, relax, smash the like button. That's the courtesy way. That's the way that you greet when you walk in somebody's house. Come in, instead of saying how you doing here, you just smash the like button. And then you can proceed to talk or whatever else. Also, subscribe to the channel if you have not. I apologize about yesterday. I spoke about 40 minutes and did not realize this damn app cut my stream off. Let me get in the car, man. It is cold as shit. All right, we in here. Matter of fact, let me start it up. Get the heater going. T-Dub style. There it is. There it is. All right. Let's get into it, guys. We had one match, right? We had the first fight. Andy Ruiz shocked the world. Stunned Anthony Joshua and became the new unified heavyweight champion in one night. America's pastor travels in the building. What is going on, my friend? This is it's a question, man. Who has more to prove? In my eyes, it's very simple. I kind of painted a picture of what I think. It's very simple. Who I think has more to prove, but there has been people telling me that Andy has more to prove. Andy is the one that has to prove he can do it again. He has more to prove. I think not. I believe Anthony Joshua has more, but listen, we all entitled to our opinion, because that's what it is, an opinion. Now, I'm going to use some things that has been said, some factual, some opinion, but I'm going to give you everything I got plus more on this lunchtime snack pack edition with your boy T that was blazing the sports. Of course, yes, I am back at it like a crack at it, giving you boxing geekers every bit of this work. Now let's work. The first fight, epic. It wasn't epic because it was a close fight. It wasn't like a Sean Porter versus Earl Spence Jr. No, it was epic of a upset, an epic upset, because the man that was supposed to win, the man that was supposed to make his grand arrival to the U.S., he lost. James says AJ will win. James, the question is, who has more to prove? Who will win? Yeah, we can debate that and be honest. You know, I have my, I guess, suspicions who I think will win, but do I know? No. But I have a pretty goddamn good idea on who I think has more to prove. I think I know who needs to prove more. See, a lot of people are saying this. Andy Ruiz he has more to prove. He has more to prove to people. He has to see, can he do it again? The first time was a fluke. It was a fluke. It's a lucky fucking punch that started everything. It was a fluke. Right? That's what they're saying about Andy. You can believe it or you're not. But in my opinion, I believe AJ has more to prove. James says AJ has nothing to prove, neither does Ruiz, but there are other heavyweights that I believe somebody does have something to prove. And let me talk about it. Thank you, James, for giving your comment. I appreciate it. All comments are welcome as long as, nobody's talking crazy. I don't mind if you disagree. Go ahead and disagree. As long as you have something that can back it up, go ahead. Here it is. Anthony Joshua is coming off of a loss. Anthony Joshua is coming off of a beat down. He was supposed to be the bully that night, but the bully got beat down. And this is what I mean when I say Joshua has more to prove. He is not in a position to lose twice in a row. Now see, if Andy loses, yeah, people be celebrating that Joshua won. But Andy can be like, look, I beat you the first time, you won the second time, let's do it a third time. AD says AJ won't perform as bad as last time, which was honestly the worst I've ever seen him, whereas as Ruiz performed the best I have seen him, so the rematch should be lit. Well, I'm going to say this, AD. I think this rematch, listen, I think it's going to be good. At least I hope it to be good. I'm a boxing fan, I'm being honest. I don't hope for flops. I don't hope to be let down. I don't hope to be disappointed. I'm a boxing fan. It doesn't matter if I like a fight or not. If I'm investing my time to watch this fight, I want it to be good. But AD, the question remains. The question remains. Who has more to prove? Who? And in my eyes, it's Anthony Joshua. Listen, this is what a loss does to Anthony Joshua. One, people will look at Anthony Joshua like a made champion, a paper champion, a protected champion that took selective fights until he got exposed. He took back-to-back losses against Andy Ruiz. He would drop out of any top five. That's crazy. He'd probably drop out of all top five. Mentally, Anthony Joshua cannot lose this fight again. Mentally. Even if you don't want to admit to it, the first fight done something to him. Talked about losing his passion. Talked about talking to the great gods in boxing and getting his passion back. And listen, guys, I think this is going to be a great fight. I think this fight is going to really tell who's going to win when the heat is actually turned up. And we realize we are in for a fucking fight. Will AJ get hit with one shot and go back into, holy fuck, I'm back in the same spot again? Or will he respond and be like, no, I'm a different fucking man now. I'm a different man. But with that being said, it goes back to my point, guys. That goes back to my point. Anthony Joshua has more to prove. He has to prove that the first fight was a fluke. He has to prove that. Andy is the champion. AJ has to prove it was a fluke. AJ has to prove to his people that he is who they think he is. Let's see. When AJ beats Ruiz, he should move on, not have another fight for Ruiz. Wilder is a paper champion. Get out of here, bro. What kind of crack are you smoking? AD said, James, I think he can move on without a rematch, but I'm not 100% sure. Hearn said Usyk or Pulev next because of mandatory. Yeah, I believe if Anthony Joshua wins, I don't believe they would do a third match back. But what I'm saying is, if Andy loses, Andy has at least a leg to stand on. I beat you once. You beat me once. Let's do it again. Right? Even if it doesn't happen next or even 2 fights after that, Andy has something to stand on. I whoop your ass once. You got the win here. Let's do it again. If Anthony Joshua loses the second fight, the Pulev fight, done. You forget about it. Usyk fight, done. Wilder fight, done. Joshua Fury fight, done. None of those fights mean shit now. None of them. None of them. If Anthony Joshua loses to Andy Ruiz for the second fight, people like the demigod, the chosen one, the one that walks this earth in lava footprints, Charles Martin, will be calling out Anthony Joshua. I want my rematch. Pulev will be the mandatory IBF or pushing for it. Listen. Anthony Joshua has a lot to prove. Now, the things that Joshua and Ruiz have in common. This is what they both have in common. Anthony Joshua wants to prove to his people that he can win. Andy Ruiz want to let his people know that it wasn't a fucking fluke. They want to both win for their countries, right? This is what they have in common. They want to prove it for themselves, for them fans, for their country. That's what they have in common, right? But when you say who has more to prove, if Anthony Joshua wins, people are going to look at like Andy, oh, okay, it was a fluke, and people not going to really, they're not going to do a whole lot. They're not going to say a whole lot. Unless Andy gets fucking robbed, then a win could hurt Joshua. If Andy gets robbed, a win could hurt Joshua. But, let me see, AD says, Fury, AJ will fill Wembley up with belts or no belts. UK fans need that fight regardless. AD, I have to disagree with you, brother. If Anthony Joshua gets his ass whipped by Andy a second time, I really believe that Anthony Joshua takes a year off. And he should. And he should. See, because I say things like this, and I hope you guys understand that I don't hate Anthony Joshua. For a long time, I was a real fan of Anthony Joshua. I looked at Joshua a little bit differently regarding the whole Wilder and wanted to make that fight. And I talked about that. As a fighter, I want him to fight. I want him to succeed because the heavyweight division is not a stacked division. We don't need fighters to fucking disappear. We don't need that. We don't. But I have to tell the truth, that at least according to what I think I have to tell the truth, right? Right? Smash the like. If Anthony Joshua lose a second, listen guys, listen, the first time that he lost, you saw the videos, you saw the interviews. The guy was talking like he lost his passion, like, mentally, he lost it. Guys, come on, you saw the fight. Even if you're a Joshua fan, maybe you don't have to type and agree with me. But you saw the videos. The man was not quite there. He said in the 4th and 5th round, while Andy Ruiz was throwing punches, he was listening to the crowd boo and all that stuff. And we all know the unspoken secret. He quit that fight, guys. He quit. He quit. And if he loses a second time, that'll be detrimental to his mental health. Guys, listen, I don't know if he'll ever be the same again. I don't know. See, for the boxing world, man, listen, it's a good fight, guys. And it's only a good fight because it's a rematch. Because it was not the predicted outcome that we all expected the first time. Now, I thought it can be a good fight, but I predicted Joshua to win. which lets you know right there, I don't hate Joshua. If I hated Joshua, every belt he has, I would say this man is going to lose. But I don't. I'm from the UK. Fury AJ is a massive fight, and Fury AJ will fill up Wembley. Listen, you can say that now, bro. If Andy Ruiz goes out there in Saudi Arabia, I believe it's December the 7th, and put hand and feet all over fucking Anthony Joshua, drops him more time than an ex-girlfriend that won't stop cheating. Put foot to fucking ass on him. Leave Nike signs all up and down his back. Checkmate, motherfucker, checkmate. If there's no way Joshua, listen, this is me protecting Joshua right here. If that shit happens, there is no way Joshua should fight Fury next. No fucking way. No way. So now, the only thing you want to see now is Joshua loses 3 times in a fucking row. His confidence is smashed. Stepped on, squashed, soda can, squish, aluminum, sell it for 5 cents, recycle. If Joshua loses his second fight, the man should take a year off. Let some shit settle out. Remember, if he loses, guys, he don't have no titles. He is confirmed. It is confirmed he is not better than Andy. Confirmed you are not better than the current champion. Dante Walker's in the building. Salute. What's up with it? How are you, my friend? AD says, even if Ruiz beat AJ 3 times more times, UK fans would turn off for AJ Fury. We don't support winners. We back our own, but I don't think he would go straight into a Fury fight after another loss. He should not, AD. And listen, I said a lot of times, I'm talking about way before Anthony Joshua was even talked about fighting Wilder. Way before, guys, before Joshua even became a champion, I was like, listen, the UK fans back their fighters. And that's a great thing. That's a great thing. It's a wonderful thing. Cheer for it. Hooray. Cheer for it. That is good. The only ones I don't like is the ones that come on, guys. That there is UK fans that support their fighters. Then there's fucking assholes. You know it is. I got homies in the UK. Hell, I want to go to the UK. I got nothing against the UK, but I do got some against them assholes that has to put down another fighter for no reason. Hate on Wilder for no reason. This conversation is about Joshua versus Ruiz, and people still hate on Wilder. Guys, come on. Come on. Now let me talk, man, before y'all make me bust a blood vessel. If Anthony Joshua loses this second fight, and my early prediction is, if it goes to a decision, I think Joshua wins. I think either he wins or robbery. I think robbery or a controversial decision is damn in play. That is in play, guys. I'm not dumb. I'm not stupid. If Dervinchenko, who in my eyes mopped the fucking floor with Triple G, and he gets a fucking loss, he loses, the punch stats was off like a light bill that has not been paid in 4 months. The punch stats was off. The power shots were off. Dervinchenko hit Triple G to the body. He went to the body. Triple G was hurt to the body. And out of nowhere, the referee just jumps in there and tells Dervinchenko, stop, stop, Just stop it. Just stop punching him. What the fuck is this? Let's see. And there it is, James. Just as what I said. I said this could be a conversation about Joshua versus Andy Ruiz. Who has more to lose? And there you go, throwing salt on Deontay Wilder. But James, here's what you're getting. Even though you are throwing salt on Deontay Wilder, he doesn't have no open wounds, bro. It don't mean shit. It bounces off. Salt only hurts somebody who has a cut open wound. And right now, the only fighter that has that is Joshua. He has an open wound. And in this video, this is not me throwing salt. This is simply me telling you, explaining to you, trying to get through the many barricades you have built up in your brain, that he has more to prove than Andy Ruiz, but for some kind of way you don't want to listen. Maybe it's too much earwax. Go get some Q-tips right now, put it in your ear, and twist them shits and pop it out. Then look at it like you know you're gonna do, and throw it away. And let this boxing knowledge soak in. And if it's not soaking in, rub it in like lotion until it disappears. It's not there anymore, but the effects remains. Now let me work. He said, who did Wilder beat? Every man he faced, bro. He has one draw. Who has he beat? Easy. Easy answer. Every man he ever faced, bro. They got hit. They went down. Easy question. Easy. In the words of Bill Goldberg, next. Next. Porter wiped the floor with Spence just as much, if not more than Triple G. No, he didn't, bro. No, he didn't, AD. Oh, my gosh. AD, you smoking that crack? Listen, bro. Listen, AD. Sean Porter did not wipe no goddamn floor with Errol Spence Jr. God damn it, bro. Really? Listen, Errol Spence versus Sean Porter was a good-ass fucking fight. A fight that probably could have went either way. And if it's a fight that could have went either way, or a fight that you can slowly lean towards one other person, then it's not a robbery. It's not a controversial decision. I thought Errol Spence won it with that last knockdown. That's what I thought. I thought he just asked it out. That's not Derevyanchenko versus Triple G, bro. Derevyanchenko put hands and feet all over Triple G. He made Triple G look old. Like, at the end of that fight, they should have instead of giving Triple G the belt, they should have gave him a cane, man. Derevyanchenko made him look old. But in my opinion, because Triple G has stock invested, he is part owner of the zone and is a fighter on the zone, he was in a no-lose situation. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. Listen, guys. It's going to soak in. I know you want to refuse this knowledge, but it's going to soak in. Just embrace it. Take this box of knowledge that I'm kicking you. Treat it like lotion, cocoa butter, shea butter. Just let it, rub it in, let it soak in. Now let's get to this work. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you have not. Anthony Joshua has way more to prove in his rematch than Andy Ruiz. If you think different, please let me know. I'll read your comment. If you think Andy Ruiz has more to prove than Anthony Joshua, please let me know. I am here. I am back at it like a crack addict, giving you boxing geekers this work. In the Ruiz, if you gotta say, okay, what does he have to prove? Maybe he say, I gotta prove it to my people that I'm not a one-hit wonder. I gotta prove it to myself. I gotta prove it to my country. I gotta prove that I can defend my title. Right? To me, those are the only things that you can say that he has to prove, right? I mean, I don't know. I'm coming off the top of my dome. Remember, I'm at lunch giving you the lunchtime snack pack edition. But when you talk about Anthony Joshua, you can say everything I said about Andy and add more. Anthony Joshua has to prove it to himself that he can beat Andy. Anthony Joshua has to fight not to take back-to-back losses. The first loss, okay, they give you the benefit of the doubt, like James and AD are doing. The second loss is clear. Windex, Clear Eyes, Visine. It's clear that he cannot beat Andy. He has to prove it. He has to fight not to get a second loss. He has to prove that he can win. He has to get his mental stability back and believe in himself, get the passion back. He has to prove that he can win away from home. He lost in America. Now the rematch is in Saudi Arabia, around another predominantly foreign crowd that you gotta get accustomed to and win. Oh shit, I missed a lot. Game Time in the building. What's up, Game Time? What's popping with you, brother? Man, it did not even roll up, man. Deontay Watkins said the hate for Wilder is real. Bro, that shit is real, bro. Listen, that shit is... The hate for Deontay Wilder is so real that they're going to start counting it as a real person and has to apply for a Social Security card or a visa. Look at James, 39 bump. Hey, the underrated darkness in the building was blazing with you, homie. Oh, the one, the only, the return of Jennifer A. in the building. Let's start a good GoFundMe account to buy AJ and Fury their own real belts. Ooh, wee! Jennifer coming in. Oh, that was a good one. Oh, my gosh. AD said the punch meter wasn't registering any of the Porter's body shots. Porter was robbed like Derevchenko was. No fact, bro. No fact. Deontay Walker's bomb squad. AD Jennifer, AJ getting $75 million for the Ruiz fight. He don't need a GoFundMe. All right. Now let me get to talking. Listen, man. Hold on, what's up to this phone? What the hell? Hold on, guys. The fuck? It better be recording. Hold on. Hold on. Man, I gotta switch some shit up, yo. I hope it's still recording. Let me get to talking. See, guys? AD. Whenever somebody's bringing up money, they're trying to cover something else up. If there's a man that's only 5'2", and he's talking about how much money he got, he's trying to compensate for him not being short. If a man has a 3-inch, and he's talking about how much money he got, he's trying to compensate for something else. By you bringing up the money that you don't know he's making or not, you're trying to compensate. You're trying to distract us. You're trying to take away from what's real. And that is, he stands a real chance of losing. And guys, listen, listen, right now, you can call me fucking Cleo. Call me now, because I'm about to predict the goddamn future. If Anthony Joshua loses, a lot of the UK fans are going to say, but at least he made $75 million, but at least he's still richer than Wilder. I promise you guys, call me now. Dr. T-Dub Cleo, call me now. Listen, hear me clear. Put some Visine in my eyes, hear me clear. If Andy Ruiz beats Joshua, these fans are going to come out and they're going to still think about this. Andy is going to be the one that beat Joshua. Andy, no Deontay Wilder in sight. And I could damn near promise you, like the young kids say, on God, which I'm not going to do that though. I could damn near promise you that their response in a lot is going to be, at least he made $75 million. At least he got more money than Deontay Wilder. How much Deontay Wilder's worth? How much Joshua worth? Not that Joshua's not a champion no more. Not that Joshua took 2 losses back to back. Not that Joshua is mentally unstable. No. Wow. Jennifer bought her guns today. AD took a shot at Jennifer, right? An old Western standoff, right? He took a shot. He said, Jennifer, AJ getting $75 million for the Ruiz fight. He don't need a GoFundMe. AD tried to put hands on a woman in here. But then she reminded him that, listen, I'm like Layla Ali. I'm like Clarissa Shields. I'll fight back. I am Tina in that limo that told Ike, enough is enough. You eat that cake, bitch. She fires back. He needs some courage. And you can't buy that. You are born with it. USA. Oh my gosh. Oh shit, eat this cake, anime. How's it taste, motherfucker? But let's keep talking, man. Listen, first of all, shout out to everybody in the chat. Everyone. The people that agree or disagree. You know, guys, listen, you know. I want the disagreement. Because at least we can have some kind of dialogue, right? I want it. You know? Shoot, I made AD a moderator so nobody couldn't block him so he could speak his mind. Oh, shit. AD trying to fight back. AD trying to fight back. He's trying to fight back. Hey, at least that's more than what Joshua did when he got knocked down for the 4th time in the 7th round. He's trying to fight back. He said, Jennifer, well, at least he had the courage to unify in under 19 fights. So E-Bombs have over 40 fights and never tried to unify. AD, listen, bro. Bro, listen, you got to retract that statement. You know it's a goddamn lie. Deontay Wilder did his best to try to fight Anthony Joshua. He did his best. He even told Anthony Joshua, I would accept $15 million flat to fight you. And Joshua went on to fight somebody else, bro. You cannot say the man did not try to unify. You can't say that. He tried to fight him. But listen, guys, again, the hate for Deontay Wilder is real. I'm telling you, man. They see, the Green Lantern, his reign came from people having hope, right? Hope, right? Positive. And the yellow one was for people that thought negative. There's going to be a new red one. And it's going to be solely built off of the hatred for Bomb Squad. The hatred for Deontay Wilder. That shit is real. This conversation, listen, I had Deontay Wilder nowhere in the title. I have Deontay Wilder nowhere in my conversation. This video is simply about who has more to prove. Or Ruiz or Joshua. And in my honest opinion, I think it's Joshua. Nobody has been able to tell me different. Jennifer A. Well, where's the Wilder fight? Go suck on your duck soup. Oh my gosh, it's duck season, UK. Jennifer A. Jennifer A. came back firing. Okay. Oh shit. I hope I ain't fuck shit up, guys. Last time my screen cut off. Let me see. AD said he had a WBC belt before. AJ was champion and watch AJ win belts of Morton and then unified 2 against Klitschko and then Parker. What was Wilder doing at them times? Come on, G. All right. All right. You want to go down that rabbit hole, AD? You want to go down that rabbit hole, AD? What, AD? Go down the rabbit hole. Just letting you know. There's a snake waiting for you. Let's talk about it. When Charles Martin became champion, because of the person he fought, got injured, right? Got injured. Deontay Wilder wanted to unify with Charles Martin, but Anthony Joshua and Eddie Hearn threw money at Charles Martin that was fucking unbelievable. Charles Martin, at that time, had not made over $200 and some thousand. Had not made over $200 and some thousand. And Eddie Hearn pretty much bought that belt by giving his man somewhere in the neighborhood of $8 million to come to the UK to fight Joshua. If I was Charles Martin, I wouldn't turn that down. That was Anthony Joshua's first title. From a man he pretty much bought the title from a man who didn't deserve the title in the beginning, from a man who I call the demigod because he says he walked this earth like a god. Now let's get to the second fight, the unification bout against Klitschko. All right? He unified against Klitschko. I gotta ask you a question that I'm gonna answer for you. What belt did Klitschko have to unify? Klitschko was coming off a 2-year layoff from losing. What loser that you know that's been off for 2 years has a fucking belt? None. So when Joshua fought this loser who's been at home playing chess or checkers for 2 years, they made it. They just threw a belt in there. They threw a belt. They made it a unification bout. It wasn't a unification bout. Somebody said, ooh, put my belt on the line. They saw a big fight and threw a belt. Right? Let me see. Hold on. What you guys saying? Let me see. Jennifer A. says the only legit name you named was Parker, which clearly Ruiz got robbed from winning. Again, points for USA, 0 for UK. God damn, Jennifer. Holy shit. I might take a break and let you phone in and talk to these guys. Jennifer says his only credible win is against Parker. And here's the thing, man. When he fought Parker fought like he didn't have a killer instinct in him. Parker had a chance to actually beat Joshua. And then Jennifer A. says his most credible win was against Parker, a guy that made it a close fight, a guy that the referee wouldn't even allow to get inside. Every time Parker tried to get inside, the referee would come up and break that shit up like a bad couple that don't belong together. You go this way, you go that way. Even the Tack'em fight was an early stoppage. We talking about it today. We talking about it. Don Dada in the building was blazing with you, homie. You already know. Shreveville in this building was cracking, homie. He said, look, chump, UK fighters are boring. Listen, I actually, I like some UK fighters. I like Josh Taylor. I like some guys over there. I like Dubois. But, see, to me, it's not the fighters. Even though, I can poke holes. I can poke holes all through Anthony Joshua, fights and resume. It's the fans. To be honest, think about it. It's not the fighters that we don't really care as much for. Maybe there's some. It's the fans, right? It's the fans. It's the people that they have to take shots at Deontay Wilder to make their fighter look good. Think about it. The last 15 minutes of my video has been about Deontay Wilder. And he is nowhere in the title. But yet they come in here trying to throw salt on Deontay Wilder when he doesn't have any open wounds. What is that? AD says, plum sauce, picking duck wide, didn't Wilder fight anyone else with a belt? Then he turns down $120 million for 2 undisputed with AJ is a joke. All right, AD, you want to go that route? You want to go that route? All right, AD, let's stay right there and cook. All right, AD, you saying why didn't he sign $120 million to fight Anthony Joshua, right? Then let's talk about it. Listen, I told you, if you go down that fucking rabbit hole, there's a fucking snake waiting for you. And he hasn't ate in 3 fucking days. And you coming down there smelling like smoked ribs. Let's talk about it. If Deontay Wilder would have signed that deal, it would have been the biggest mistake of his fucking life. If he had signed a deal, 3 or 4 fight deal, one included Dominic Brazil, and the other 2 was supposed to be Anthony Joshua, right? Something like that, right? They said, see, and we don't really know what it is. Is it a $100 million deal for 3 fights, 120 for 4 fights? Listen, that would have been a dumb fucking deal, because you know why? When they wanted him to sign that fight, Anthony Joshua versus Big Baby Miller was already signed, which means what has happened already would have happened. Miller would have got busted for drugs. Andy Ruiz would have stepped in. Wilder would have knocked out Dominic Brazil. Wilder would have been waiting for Joshua to beat Andy Ruiz, but he didn't beat him. He didn't beat him. Remember, if the contract is to fight Joshua, Deontay Wilder would be like trying to call the fucking U.S. government about your taxes. He would be put on hold for fucking ever. He would be waiting right now. Because Andy beat Joshua. Which means the fight ain't worth nearly as much. And if Andy beats Joshua again for the second time, who the fuck would even want to see a Deontay Wilder versus Joshua at that point? What would it even mean for Wilder to go in there and get his man back-to-back losses, to give him 4 losses in a row? And I tell you anything right now, if Andy beats him a second time, and let's say Wilder would have signed that contract, Wilder can't fight nobody. He wouldn't be fighting no Ortiz. He wouldn't be fighting no fucking Fury. He would be like waiting to fucking exhale Whitney Houston. And after Andy beats him twice, they're going to find a loophole. And then Joshua's going to take a year off. And when he comes back, it still won't be with Wilder. That would have been a horrible fucking contract to get in. Marvin at 1 in the building was blazing. I was blazing with you, homie. Sierra F in the building was blazing with you. Listen, man. giving these guys this work. They want to talk about Wilder to the sun. Listen, I don't even know why I'm talking about this. This is not even a Wilder video. But if you want this fucking smoke, hell, I got some cigarettes. I might as well go and give it to you. Just be prepared. If you ask for smoke, you might get cancer. You asked for this, and I'm blowing this shit right in your face while you're inhaling. Soak it up. If Deontay Wilder were to sign a deal with Joshua in DAZN to fight Joshua, and the fight with Joshua and Miller was already signed, it would have been fucked up. It would have been a bad deal. It would have been a bad deal. The moment Andy Ruiz upsetted him, it became a bad deal. The moment they decided to do a rematch, it's a bad deal. And there is no way on this green earth, if Andy beats Joshua back to back, that Eddie or DAZN would even throw him in there with Wilder, because it wouldn't even make financially sense to them. They wouldn't gain nothing. They would need to rebuild Joshua back up like fucking Legos to try to make the fight even worse seeing, which means Deontay Wilder would have been put on hold for fucking ever. Like the Sandlot would say, forever. Forever. Which means that $120 million contract wouldn't have even been good enough to wipe his ass with, because it wouldn't have meant shit. You wanted this work, man. You wanted this work. You wanted this work. Listen, I was trying to give you a reason to call off today. I told you, you can call off. But you volunteered for this overtime. Strapbook Box in the building. What is going on with you, Blaze? Homie? All right, guys, listen. Let me get back to the original topic. Because I was working, guys. I was working. I was freestyle working, but I was working. All right. Let's work. We back at it like a crack at it, giving you boxing geekers this work. If you ain't smashing like already, you already know. If you ain't smashing like, then you ain't smashing right. That's what she said. And you wonder, when you get done smashing, that you got to get up and make her a sandwich. And she got to reach over in that little drawer, pull out that little bullet, and finish a job that you couldn't. And it all started with not smashing the like button right. My name's Soul in the building. What's up? What it do? Matter of fact, what it does. So give it to him. All right. Here we go, man. Let's talk about it. I'm going to step outside for a minute. Because when I get in the car, I be cooking too much. And AD was the main course today. But hey, listen. AD my boy, man, because I actually like when people disagree. You know, of course I like when people agree. If we get 2 wins, I'm going to go back in. I like when people agree. Don't get it twisted. But when they disagree, it's like pouring gasoline on a fire. It's like, it gets me excited, right? It gets me like, oh, yes, somebody wants smoke. Well, let me give them a chimney then. Let's get it. The original topic, right? The original topic on the video, the original topic is, who has more to prove, Anthony Joshua or Andy Ruiz in the rematch? Damn, it's cold. Goddamn. You know, guys, that's how you know your car heater works so goddamn good, is that you in a car and you thinking it's actually warming up outside, and you step outside and realize that's a bad idea. All right, let me get back in. Here we go. In this rematch coming up, this rematch, listen, it does mean a lot for boxing, for the heavyweight division. It does. Either the titles are going to exchange hands again, back to Joshua, or Andy Ruiz is going to grab them and confirm that Joshua, listen, it's just not your night, bro. But who has more to prove, right? Monticello said, I think AJ uses his natural attributes. He wins. But Monticello, but who has more to prove? Who has more to prove in this fight? Does Joshua has more to prove or Andy? Paul Jacobson, what's going on, brother? Said, what do you think about Fury, bro? Does he beat Wilder? I think Wilder versus Fury is always going to be a good fight. I think anytime Wilder can land a right hand, he can end the night early. If I have to bet, I will put my money on Wilder, but I think it's always going to. Listen, their second fight could be better than their first fight, but it's really hard for me to really go against Deontay Wilder's right hand. Don Dada said Ruiz made history already. Facts. See, guys, listen. I'm asking them, but they won't tell me. I just want to know a simple question. The simple question is, who has more to prove? Andy or Joshua? Joshua needs to know if his heart is in boxing. Bro, right, listen. That's what I'm saying. Fuck it, I'm going to go ahead and rap. I'm not Ludacris or Eminem or Drake, but I'm going to go ahead and rap right now. Here we go. Anthony Joshua has more to prove in my eyes. The similarities between these guys is they both want to prove they can win. They both want to prove and win for their country. They want to win for their people. They want to win for their fans. Andy Ruiz wants to prove that he is no one-hit wonder. He is no, I can't think of that guy from St. Louis. 1, here comes the 2 to the 3 to the 4. You know? Jaquan. He wanna prove he's not a Jaquan, right? But when you look at Anthony Joshua, right? Anthony Joshua, some of these is not wants. Some of these that he needs to do. See, some of Joshua are wants and some of his are needs, necessities. He needs to prove that he is mentally strong. He needs to prove to himself that he has the heart to do it. Remember, guys, Andy Ruiz is coming off of a win. Which one sounds harder to you? Coming off of a win or coming off of a loss? Coming off from getting your hand raised or coming off from having to get up off the canvas? Coming off from quitting, spitting out your mouthpiece. Joshua right now, mentally, is dealing with everything from the first fight. He's thinking about how he got in trouble. He's thinking about getting knocked down. He's thinking about the 7 rounds, thinking about spitting his mouthpiece out. He already told us he wanted to get his passion back. He wanted to talk to the old vets in boxing to help him get his passion. Eddie Hearn said that listen, guys, Eddie Hearn, not T-Dub. Eddie Hearn said win or lose, Anthony Joshua might retire. If Anthony Joshua take 2 losses back to back, I'm not talking about Drake, back to back. Or maybe I am talking like Drake. If he's going back to back. If he takes back to back losses, people are going to be calling Joshua, I told you, even if it's true or not. People are going to be telling you, I told you Joshua wasn't that good. I told you he was a protected fighter. I told you once you got him out of his element of the UK that he wasn't going to win. People are going to say that. Back to back for Joshua right now, it'd be hard pressed for people to put him in the top 5. It'd be hard pressed for people to put him in the top 5. He will need a year off. But If Andy loses, Andy has a claim to say, well, I want a rubber match. I won the first. You won the second. Because listen, guys, there is no scenario where I see Joshua just beating the fuck out of Andy. Either it's going to be a good fight, they can go the distance, a good fight, that possibly one of them get the knockout. But I don't see Joshua doing to Andy what Andy did to him. Made him his personal, you know. If Andy loses, Andy can say, I want a rubber match. And people will back him and say, yeah, let's do a third match. The Zone will realize, holy shit, we can make a lot of money. We had so many fucking failed events. We can't get Canelo to fight Triple G to save a fucking life. Maybe we can get this rubber match. And even if it's not next, Andy Ruiz has some type of lifeline that would keep him active. Joshua can't lose back-to-back. Mana Solo said Andy made AJ hold his pockets. Joshua thought he could go another 10 years jabbing and keeping the distance, being on the front foot, and Ruiz broke that mold. All right, guys. Let me make sure I got everything out the car. I do. All right, I'm going to slowly make my way back to... Guys, first of all, again, guys, as I always say, thank you guys for coming to the stream. I appreciate it. If you liked the video, even if you didn't like it, and you joined, listen to the conversation, I always appreciate a like, but I understand. You know, if whatever reason, you know, I get it. It's these guys that's... The whole mission is, I think they go, how long can I watch a stream without pushing that like button? I know they want me to push it. I know it. And even if I do push it, they'll never know who I am. But I'm not. They wanted like a self-satisfaction of just, look, I went a whole hour and didn't push it. I can't wait for his next video. I like his work. I like it. But I'm not going to push the like. No way. No way, Jose. But, all right, guys. Let me see. Mana Solo says, I see T-Dub and likes is automatic. Yes, sir. Thank you. Salute, whatsblazing, for a great show. Thank you, guys. Listen, welcome back to the building. I appreciate everybody for coming in. Thank you so much. Until the next time, until somebody spark the fire and throw some more gasoline on it just to get the blaze going, this is your boy T-Dub. And here is, God damn it, what's blazing in sports.